I just want to show off a little bit why the throwing hatchet and just the hatchet is so bad. So we're going to start, we're just going to go left to right across this post. We are 6 meters away. That's kind of not a really bad spot, but as you can see as we get closer, we'll slow it down a little bit. We're right here. So just as the center thing comes on the post, that's where we get that hit. Then we'll start going across. As you can tell, all these are going to hit. We'll try to move just left here. You can see something kind of weird happen as we go off. When we are fully off and it's just the arrow on the left side touching, it's still hitting. We are full off now, and it finally will miss. So in this range, that left arrow, it hits higher than it should, and it will still hit the target, but it will be higher than it should. Then when this arrow is off, it completely misses. So you should always be aiming kind of right in this moment. Now, we're going to move back a little bit to about 10, 11 meters. Pretty good distance for a lot of things. And we're just going to aim at the top. So now you can see it gets a little bit better where the left arrow isn't really going crazy. And you can see the right arrow is still getting that hit in there. Not as much, but it's still kind of doing the same thing. Now as we go up to the top here, you can see we're just barely at the top. We're just going to come just above. And just off, it completely misses. I have not moved my mouse at all, but I am using a keyboard click to throw. And the natural animation of the throwing is causing it to waver that little bit. Nothing is moving except just me clicking and the reload animation. So if I go quick with clicks on the keyboard, I get it, but if I slow down and hold it for a sec, it will miss. And then we can look at the opposite with going down here. So does this even hit the post? Oh, that doesn't even hit the post. We'll actually go up here so you can see it then. So we're gonna go underneath this corner, because as you can see we can do the thing. As we go down, here I gotta wait for a couple of these to disappear. As we go down, you can see we're below. Top of it still hits. Top of it still hits. Top of it still hits. So we have to go pretty low here to miss. So you always want to be aiming into that top left quadrant when you can aim, because that's where you're going to have your best accuracy, is that top left spot. If it's anything that's close, even if we go a little further away, we were at 11 before, so we're at 11, so we're going to come down to that top left. So you can see it still gets a bit more up top than what we did from below. So there you can see like we're completely like centered, but it's just going to drop right under. And that's relatively even ground 12 meters away, just completely inconsistent on the throwing in every way, shape, and form. Now, I'm going to take a look at why you hit so often with the running toss. So running toss is a bit weird because if we come back down here, we'll aim. That that entire thing is pretty much a hitbox. So we can come over here. What the heck? That just shot completely to the left. Let's come back here again. So we can do that. Infected throw shares the same as a normal toss. And as you can see, this kind of shares the same properties as a normal toss as well. It's a little, instead of it being vertical, it has a wider hitbox because it's turned sideways. So that entire head of the axe, that's our entire hitbox, is that little square. That head of the axe that you see right there, that is our hitbox. And because it is slightly wider than it is tall, when you throw this way, you will get more up and down, but when you throw sideways, you will get much more catch on it, and that's why you have much greater accuracy. So even just making it a frickin' square would be nice. I would actually just recommend saying, hey, let's give the size of the hatchet. If the handle of the hatchet is going to hit something, let it hit. Then again, it's kind of hard to see a hatchet in air. I can't even desync for that, but give us, so the handle should hit here. And I use a bright one, so it's a lot easier to see where it lands. Because you can see the little bright dart. It's a little hard in the green, but that's kind of the inconsistency with throwing. I'll jump over to Fort here, and we'll take a look at the regular hits.